Hello folks, just doing a quick video. You dumb dog. So I upgraded to this TP Link range extender, and this was my old one, which is I think it's the AC750. This one's the AC1750. Of course, it's got 3 antenna. This is 1200. I guess the range is 1200 square feet, so it's just, this one is 2000 square feet, and just think of a big circle that's I guess in 2000 or 1200, I'd say 1200 square feet. I've had this one for about 5 years. The funny thing is that in the other house, I think it was because of the Wi-Fi router that I had, the 5 gigahertz channel stopped working. The light just went out. It's up here, and we moved over here. Stayed with the same ISP, but using a different Wi-Fi router, and both the 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz worked. And the reason I'm of course upgrading is because the 2.4 gigahertz suddenly stopped working, and I'm like, well, it's 5 years, screw it, let's upgrade to a now these are still, you can still purchase these. Of course, this is way out of warranty for me, 5 years. And yeah, and for this one, the bottom plug is still available. It's just you have to plug something very thin underneath here to get it to go in. So if it's like a big plug, you probably won't get it to work. So just be wary of that. It was between TP Link and Netgear. I was like, well, I've been using TP Link forever. I've used Netgear too. I've mostly used Netgear Wi-Fi routers and broadband modems. And I guess for extender, it's TP Link. So this one is still being sold. It's 29 bucks. This one will cost you about 70 bucks. So it is a big difference. This one connects, like when you set it up to connect, it connects super fast. This one, you gotta wait like 5-10 seconds while it sits there and says obtaining IP, obtaining IP. It could just be mine, and then it finally gets an IP. And what's weird about both of these, I think it's because I configure it with an Ethernet cable instead of the on the Wi-Fi, is that once you finish configuring it, it goes to another page where it shows a bar going across the top and says device restarting. When it gets to the end, it's supposed to, at least this one's supposed to say completed. It never does that, and it just sits there. And if I refresh the page, I get a default TP Link troubleshooting page, but it still configures and it still works. Both of them do have WPS buttons in case you don't want to if you want to do if you want the device to configure everything for you, which I wouldn't recommend. You can't connect to both of these either through a Ethernet cable. This one is over here, and or through the Wi-Fi. I recommend connecting it up through the cable. Same thing with this one. When I finished configuring it, went to the congratulations, your configuration's complete, but the finish button was never lit up. I had to click on the I am connected to the extended network. Then the finish button lit up. I clicked it, and again it took me to a TP Link troubleshooting page. But it is configured. It is working. My devices were able to connect to both the 2.4 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz channel. My recommendation for setting this up is to this smear here, that's actually dog hair. Yes, I got dogs. My recommendation is to use different network names. Don't let, because there's the button that says that you can use. It says copy current Wi-Fi name. My recommendation, so if your network is called the Jones, just call it the Jones 2.4 and the Jones 5, or you can put 5.0. A lot of the newer Wi-Fi routers that are out, especially the one that ISPs are giving, uses a single configuration for 2.4 and 5 gigahertz network. And for some reason on this one, if I do the copy the current Wi-Fi network name, it will not connect. So you have to. So just to be safe on both of these, when I set up the newer one, I think the AC450, I went in and just made it, the Jones 2.4 and the Jones 5, and that way it shows up and it's connected and it's working. So yeah, so it's a little bit pricier than this one, but what's that? I guess that's the saying, you get what you pay for. This one you get 2,000 square feet. This one actually, the master bedroom has a dead zone, because the Wi-Fi router is on the other side of the house, and of course that Wi-Fi router covers 2,000 square feet, but since it's on the other side of the house, and of course the master bedroom's on the other side of the house, the master bedroom has a I call it dead zone. It's a very, very weak signal, but technically it is a dead zone, and this takes care of this one will take care of basically the bedrooms. Because yes, everyone's got TVs, laptops, tablets, in their bedroom that they take this modern day and age. So yeah, we'll see how this TP Link works out. Hopefully, it lasts me the next 5 years to where and yes, and in this day and age, everyone is probably going to have one of these range extender. The thing is that the range extenders does not. All it does is extend your range. It doesn't speed up your connection. So if you got a 100 megabit broadband network, it is not going to speed it up to 120. It doesn't speed it up. All it does is just extend the signal, and if anything, it might, depending on how far you go, it might lower the speed slightly. That's what some people were saying online, is that the further they went out, I guess the speed, I guess if the signal degrades, your speed will degrade. But yeah, it won't speed up your internet speed, but it will definitely extend the range. And if you're too far out, you could lose some Wi-Fi speed. But okay, well that's it. I do thank you for watching. Definitely. Both of these are definitely, I recommend both of these. So if you're like in an apartment, this will probably work for you. If you're in a house, I'd recommend getting the 2,000 square feet range one, the AC450, as opposed to the AC. I think this one's AC250. And I don't know why TP Link had different models, because this one's also called the RE200, and yeah, this is also called the RE200. This is the RE450, or there's the other model, it's called AC1750, which is also, this is also known by that. This is also known by the AC1750, which I don't know why they do that, but if you Google, either one of those, it'll come up. All right, well, thank you, and enjoy.